Right, it is a fantastic day, beautiful moment right here in Dandora dam site. This is actually the biggest dam site not only in Kenya but in East Africa. And today I caught up with a Kenyan who was born in the US. He was raised in the US, but the first day he set his foot in Kenya, he's never gone back. But instead, this is where he calls home. He's gonna be telling us a lot more about what is that one main thing that led to the disconnect between him and the parents. How you doing?
Great, I'm doing good.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Now, the first time actually I saw your story on TikTok, I couldn't believe it. And that's why I decided to come to this place just to get it from your mouth. Please, first of all, introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Andrew, and I was born in the U.S. in Minnesota. Then I lived there for like 12 years, and then I came back to Kenya. I've been there ever since.
Please tell us, how was life back in the US?
Actually, when I was a kid, life was perfect. You know, as a kid, you don't so much know about, hey, these people are taking me this way or that way. You were just gonna enjoy everything, and you'd appreciate the smallest of things, and you would want them. So we would go out like swimming and the playground, watching football, soccer, and doing church. Everything was just enjoyable. The food and the parties and celebrations, like it was perfect.
I mean, how was the relationship between you and your parents?
At first close, it just get a little bit bad, like within the way, along the way, but yeah, it was good.
When did the things started going wrong, especially
Um,
back in the US?
okay, back in the US, okay, I tell you, I was like in Minnesota before that. So my dad had a white woman, and then they moved to California, where the white woman is like the rest of the family was. So when we moved to California, that's when things started going blank because we had to meet the rest of the white family. Like we had these other white kids and the rest of the white family, and they were like, "What? They just treated me like trash." Especially because they heard I'm from like some adopted thing, and they were like, "Yeah, it's just different." My dad would understand. My mom, I wouldn't be there. I did tell my dad a couple times, "Hey, this is happening," and you know, like they used to like act like they're gonna threaten them. But like, you could stop this, don't do this to him. Like he's part of us. I brought him here, and you know all that. Then you would feel like when you do something to them and they report you, you were treated differently. There is some harsh like decisions made. But then for them, it's just some little talking, and it's like a little chit chat, and then that's it.
Take me back a little bit. Um, you were with your parents, your mom and dad.
Yeah.
How did the white family come into picture?
Okay, my dad kind of lost his job back in Minnesota, and then I told you, mom had the rest of the family there, and they were like, there is something he can do over there, so we had to like leave the place like completely. So we'd go to the different place, and he'd try things out there, and that's how we left to the other.
Okay.
Yeah, but okay, before then I was like the only kid, so I was getting the good treatment because there was nobody else in the picture.
Yeah.
And when we went there, it just different.
What is the main reason why you came to Kenya?
My dad had his mom like going through the last stages of some cancer something treatment, so he had to come like visit her because okay, he was finding from there, and then they were telling him like it was getting worse and worse. She wasn't looking like she was getting better, so we had to come over just to like, yeah, he had to like, he said, if I lose her, then I'm gonna have to see her like one more time.
Okay.
That's how he just.
How was life in Kenya compared to the US?
Okay, honestly, it was tough. In Kenya, it's tough, a little bit more tough. And then there, you know, I was being provided for like all the stuff you need. So I was getting the food and the shelter and all that. So when I come here, and then okay, at first I was in their family place, so that didn't seem bad. It would be like, okay, it's good, just meeting different people, but life's still good. But when I got out of the place and I was like out here, it got really, really tough. The biggest thing I tell myself happened was me and getting in a lot of conflict with these other kids when I was back in the US. So I think I was getting this hatred from my mom, and she was like, "Why are you treating my kids like that?" But it was just because they were not doing me right. So I was like, I gotta like fight back sometimes. So we got into trouble. Sometimes I was harassed by even them because they were like, "You can't do this, Mikey." But then I think that was the biggest thing that happened that would brought this whole conflict. So we came back here. I don't know, but whatever I tell myself is they really, really didn't want me to go back with them back there. So they just planned on, this guy's gonna remain around here and not in my family place. That was the worst thing.
So when you left your home here in Kenya, where did you go first?
When I left my home,
yeah,
I was around the airport. Okay. Just around. I can see this is the airport, but I do not know any other place. I ain't gonna phone to go on Google Maps. I got nobody I can call. I don't have a Kenyan number or something that I have in my head. So I was just walking around. I did not even know like, hey, this is where I'm going.
How was the experience in the streets?
A lot of bullying from the street kids. I guess everything I had, like the extra stuff I had, they were just taken within the first 2 days. I also had a couple documents. They were gone within the first 2 days because you were talking to these people. You're trying to tell them something. It's like they can't understand what you're saying. And they're like, why you talking like that? I mean, how are you here? How you talking like that? And you were talking to us, and you were here in the street. You were supposed to be somewhere else. You're saying do not belong to Kenya. You don't even look like you belong there. You gotta be kidding. And all that, the shoving and pushing, and they just bullying was the worst. But then I just thank God that the worst didn't happen, because as much as this bullying was there, I just get off the whole place, and there were like other people coming in. They were like just getting me out the whole scene, like once in a while. So bad things happen, but not the worst.
John Teniaje.
Poa.
Uko fiti?
Niko poa.
So tuambie tu ulikutana aje na Andy?
Oh, it was so interesting by the way. Msee wangu. Okay, most of the weekend mimi nakuwa msee wangu. Napenda ngoma, movie, a lot of things by the way in my life. So most of the weekend I go in town. Okay? Yeah. I love to go in Nairobi town. So naendanga huko na watch movie. Kuna best yangu kuna cyber cafe huko. I watch a lot of movie nyingine za download nikichukua ma photos. Ama person who nakuanga na ile na blood with the blood of homies. You call it homie, Kenyan homie, do you feel me? Okay. So napenda kwa nikiingia huko na watch wengine ma movie napenda. So when sasa siku ilikuwa masaa za jioni. It was like 7 PM ni majioni naona. So when nilikuwa nakuja hapo nje, nilikuwa nataka kwa good girl, nilikuwa nangoja mke fulani tuende naye home. So when I was there, this guy was like, amekaa chini. I was like, he was just sitting there like emotionally. Like,
you were going through a lot.
Yeah. Yes, it was like, oh my God, like 3 minutes. It was like, the song was about the baby. The baby, I love the baby, bro. It's my my heart. I love him so much. American rapper, you know him?
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. So he was like, he was rapping. He was like, hey, bro. I'm a social person though. I'm a talkative person. I love making a lot of friends. You know me. So nikaona, hey, bro, jamaa anachapa ngoso ngile ngole nikamwambia, hey, bro, hiyo ni kali. Unajua mlikuwa sema huyu ni homie. Okay. Wale mavijana wa Bombe anakaa tu hapo anachapa ngoma. Nikasema, bro, unachapa hiyo ngoma mbaya sana. He was like, hey man, sasa tuende studio siku moja bro, what's up man? Because I thought I gonna do. Nilikuwa namwangalia anakaa na pesa. Unaona? Because the way he was looking. Alikuwa amevaa bado poa. So I was like, tuende studio. Like, I was like, do you understand me bro? I'm telling you, do you ever go to studio before? Can you go? Akaniambia, no, I never go to studio. I just came to Kenya today. I was like, I never see a black America before. Yeah. Like, nikamwambia yeah, he was in Kenya, but when he was young, so young. Yeah. So when so I told him, bro, okay, what now? So are you waiting for someone? I said, no, I said, atakaa tu hapo, ngoja mtu anaweza msaidia. Nikamwambia, okay, before someone reach you, ama maybe your family or anything, let me help you, bro. Usikae hapa kuna wezi, a lot of things happening in town, bro. I tell me now, he was like, okay, we can go. Oh no, nikamchukua, nikalipa fare, nikaingia mtaa, and people was like, how do you interact with this guy? Because he was talking with my friend, and my friend was like, hey bro, huyu jamaa anabonga ngoso, unaongea naye aje? Nikamwambia, bro, mimi napenda movie. Alafu when I watch a lot of movie, alafu nilikuwa nimeidea English ilikuwa perfect, bro. Because I was perfect in English. So I was understanding him, we were communicating it, you know. So he was tulikuwa tunabonga Swahili a little bit, amejojua kidogo sawa. So in which nikanini twangaje what we call it. So nikamwambia me we can go in Dambic side. But when he came for the first time, bro, he was like, hey, damn, I'm gonna be here. Some people are smoking drug. Alafu unajua kuna watu na kama sura mbaya. Ukiona mtu unamwogopa na hapa hivi. I cannot survive here, bro. I know. People here, when as long you have someone to guide you here, kama unajua na msee ku guide, uko protected. Unaona? So he was social with people na lafia people kupia. Kuna watu wazuri huku. Wakamwaccept. Sasa tunafanya kazi huku saa zingine we going to, you know, uko kwa gari ndani tunatafuta mavitu tuna separate all of that thing. Alafu ndena huku nje kuna kazi zingine na into a contract tunafanya kadogo saa zingine nenda tao magarbage. That is how aka-adopt. Unaona? Na akakubali na everything is going, you know, well. Even, you know, kashida ni dogo, mashida ni kidogo, yana, but we are trying, we're keeping, you know, fighting it.
A lot of people, especially who work at this place, are always under influence of some drugs.
Yeah, by the way.
Have you ever tried maybe use some of the drugs the people use here?
Okay, the good thing is that I found John other drugs, like he wanted indie drugs.
Okay.
So, okay, and I had a very strong connection with the church back then.
Okay.
So I had these beliefs, like there are things I just didn't want to do unless, I don't know, but I didn't think about it. Like life pushes me so hard into the corners. Too good it did, but it didn't at the same time. So, drugs now.
So you've never used? Have you ever attempted? Maybe someone come and tells you that this
There's been a lot of that. But yeah, you just have to resist it, because I was thinking about myself. I can make myself better in this. I don't want to get into drugs.
Yeah.
I haven't even established myself, you know. Like you get into drugs, you're earning so little, you're like, it could just ruin your life. And I was thinking about the whole thing, and I was like, I just don't want to do it.
Okay. Jonte, ushaitumia?
Yeah, mimi nilikuwa navuta bangi kidogo, but I was not into it, you know. Like once I was like but my mom used to teach me to me a bangi, because mimi nakuanga mtu crazy. I like to be social,
hyperactive,
active.
Yeah.
Sasa nilikuwa naambiwa nikivuta bangi I can, you know, we call it piatu. Kitu inaweza ruka anytime, you know what I mean by that. Kitu inaweza ruka, so it's like.
And then there was this guy, John. He came around and just found me hanging there and singing along with some rap. And then he was like, okay, he looked like he loved it. And he really wanted to listen to me, like, hey, what are you hearing? I've never heard somebody sing like that before. And he was talking to me and he was impressed, like, how do you get that accent? And he was trying to talk to me in Swahili at first. He was like, you can get it. So he had to, okay, his English was not bad. A little bit struggling, but not bad. So I had to go slow on him, so like go SA. And then he was like, okay, I got a place. Because, okay, he looked at me and he was like, you look bad. And that was 2 weeks later. I was just around the street for like 2 weeks. So he came in and he was like, okay, I got a place I could take you at. I think mostly because of how I spoke and I could rap, and, you know, he was like creator, and yeah, he thought, okay, we could do something together. And he was like, I don't have much, but yeah, I could take you in and we could go to my place. And yeah.
I mean, how did that make you feel? Because now, you see, this is a guy you don't know, he's a stranger. I mean, how did you trust the guy you don't even know to go to his place?
Okay, that was not a hard decision, to be honest. I was like, the street's so hard, mate. I mean, struggling to get food, trying to talk to people. Hey, help me with this, help me with that. And they're like, people you approach sometimes treat you like you're you want to steal from them. They just act weird. And then you just feel now the rejection is just going to a different level. So I was like, okay, if the worst was supposed to happen to me, it should have happened already. So, like, I just took the offer. I didn't think so much about it. Like, this could be a bad person. I didn't really consider that. I just went in.
So, far from town, where did he take you? Where exactly?
Okay, he took me for lunch. And then he took me to some bus station. And then he told me he lives in Dandora. And then we just took the bus to this place.
This guy gets you from the streets.
Yeah.
You feel like now we're going to a better place. But he gets you to a dump site.
You're,
How was the feeling when the first time you got here in Dandora?
I was like, I could get out of my hotel. Like, is this the place you work? I just couldn't ask him. Like, is this the place you work? This is where I'm gonna be. I could even get calls within the first day. I like it just, yeah, it was getting enough. Like, am I gonna be working here? I couldn't even think about like getting anything at all. Like, whatever he was taking me, I'm looking at the people he's working with. They just look, I'm like, I don't know, but I felt like I can do this. But then I have to do this. So it was just a mixed reaction. But then most of me was saying, you just have, this is what you have. Somebody is trying to just stick you in, and you're like, you have to do whatever they do.
What are some of the challenges that you've gone through living in such a condition as a dancer?
Okay, sometimes it's dangerous for other people. Like, you're just told to take caution. But you see people getting badly sick, other people dying. There was back then, like, for 5 years, and you would see people going into camps with each other. They get this beefs and they kill each other. Even you just get scared sometimes. So you would be like, okay, you have to just take good care of yourself, because it's not the best place you're working with. So you have to like look at how you're talking to people, how you're handling other people, who to talk to and who not to, where you walk, where you don't. Okay, nowadays it's better because it's a more open place, and yeah, you can be free with, because these gangs like they just kind of got disoriented or something. But then back then we had so many challenges with that. But then yeah, those are the challenges in here.
I understand living in such conditions. These are very unhealthy conditions. Have you ever been hospitalized?
Oh, okay. The first 2 months, that was the worst. I was regularly getting sick, and there was a day. Okay, the John didn't have a lot just to take me to hospital, so he'd go get a painkiller, get me some milk, give me some eggs, and then it wasn't working, and I was like, God damn, this is the moment I'm gonna lose it. And I don't know how I made it through that, but yeah, I did. But then with time, I was getting used to it. Like, I would just go into the dirtiest of places and then come out safe. I wouldn't get sick anymore. For the first 2 months, that was the worst, and then it didn't happen again. Personally, I would want to get a better place to stay and just have like a basic music production, like a studio for myself, that I can like be getting my songs out, because I love singing. I mean, I have sung one of my songs, and I haven't done a video, just an audio, and I went to the studio, but it's somebody else who just sponsored the whole thing. So if I'd get my own studio and I began the music out there, and it would be great for me. Really asking you guys for your help, because you could really help me become a better person. I've seen the likes of Eric Amondi. I really love to watch your videos, and I really love it how you help people out, support them, just get them from the worst places. Mike Sonko, it could just help me get out of this place and do something better for myself, and I'd appreciate it.